Hey toy fans, Aaron here, and today we're going to check out the Celebration Orlando exclusive Luke Skywalker and X-Wing pilot. Now this is a reissue of a figure that already came out in 2013, so we're going to take a look at the figure itself and then compare it to that 2013 release. So let's head to that table and check it out. First up, a quick look at the packaging, and since this is the 40th anniversary line, it is coming to us on the vintage style card backs. You got the 40th anniversary in the upper left corner. Nice silver Star Wars with the racetrack running around the sides. A still image from the movie for the backdrop here of Luke Skywalker climbing into his X-Wing. You got the Kenner logo in the lower right corner, and then of course you see Luke Skywalker in that bubble packaging. Now this was a Celebration Orlando exclusive from Hasbro, and as such, the little extra special thing to this is the foil, embossing or just foil wrap? I'm really not sure what you'd call that. But it has that foil look on the front and back side of the card. And flipping over to that back side, this is where things look a little more different than what we've been getting on the other 40th anniversary cards. You have a nice large image of the Battle of Yavin with X-Wings, TIE fighters flying overhead of the Death Star. Still get a nice paragraph writing up Luke Skywalker and what his adventures are about in the Battle of Yavin. And you do have that little Star Wars Black Series logo in the upper right corner. Taking a look at the figure out of the packaging, there's really not much new with this figure. We've already seen Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing gear before, and he was the first release of the line back in 2013. So first up, we'll do a head-to-toe look on this new release, and then after that, a comparison between the two figures to see what the differences are. Now overall, this is a pretty good looking figure. I'd say the head sculpting seems pretty close. It's not that far off, but it does look good. The eyes have a nice paint detailing to them. And you got a nice mixture of colors in the painting detail of the hair. Across the chest area, the painting looks good through here as well. The various colors in the chest box area looks nice and tight. Not really seeing any runs or bleed across the lines. And the same holds true with the black stripes and the white along the uniform. On his left arm, you do have some additional detail with the silver thing sticking out on the sleeve and the little, whatever you call that white and silver thing on his forearm. Getting over to the back side, you do have a little bit of silver buckling detail in there, but otherwise it's just white and black, but still the painting looks good through there. And overall through the figure, he does have a very nice dirt wash to it, giving his jumpsuit a very nice worn look to it. Through the leg area, not much to brag about here. It's an orange jumpsuit. His strap here is just nice gray plastic. It's loose on the legs. And the paint detailing on his right foot at the top of the boot, that looks good as well. There's maybe a spot here or there where you can kind of see through the green to the orange, but it's not that huge. Until you get to the back of the boot where I've got quite a bit of orange showing on one of these, but I'm guessing that just happens to be on my sample. Sliding the helmet onto Luke Skywalker, you got a lot of nice detail through here. It does have a very nice wash to it, so it has a nice worn look to it. And this is where we're going to jump into the comparison between the two Luke Skywalkers of the one we received now and the one back in 2013. Now the differences between these two figures are not as huge as what we saw between the Princess Leia versions. I've only spotted a couple and they're very, very subtle. This new helmet doesn't seem to have as much white showing through it. It seems to have a lot more grayness to it or dirt wash applied to it. The red coloring used going down the center of the helmet does seem to be a brighter red on this new version compared to the 2013 release. One thing that you may be noticing right away are these yellow and white and black stripes on the front of the helmet. And that's actually just a bad sample on my 2013 version. I took a look at the box version, and it matches perfectly with what we're receiving on the 2017 release. So that's really no difference there. I just got a crappy sample. Now, taking the helmet off of these figures and looking at the face sculpts, you can see they both look the same here. It's just paint variations and the color of the plastic used for the face molding. The way the paint's applied in the hair for this new version of Luke Skywalker does give him a little bit more of a blonde look compared to the 2013 release where he has more of a reddish hair look going on. The overall skin tone of the face, the color of the plastic used here for the molding, though, is much better in the new release. It matches much more nicely with the neck on the figure compared to the pale look of the 2013 figure. And I'd say I like the eye painting better on the new release as well. The only other difference I'm spotting is that the newer version might have a little bit more dirt wash to the figure. I don't know the process in which this is applied, so I don't know if this varies from figure to figure, but it does seem a little bit heavier on this new figure as well. And aside from that, everything else is the same. The accessories, the painting of the blaster. And here is a look at those accessories that come with Luke Skywalker. First up, his blaster. There's a fair amount of detailing in the molding and a little bit of silver painting at the end of the gun, and you do get some brown at the bottom of the handle there. Aside from that, nothing else special to it. And then you do get his lightsaber. Nothing changed about it from the 2013 release. You get a little bit of paint detailing on the hilt. You see that red button there. You got the gold on the switch and some black along the handles. The color of the lightsaber is very much a faded blue, and mine's quite warped from the way it was in the packaging. That blade is removable from the lightsaber, and you can hang it on the side of his utility belt. Getting into the articulation of this figure, got a couple different things going on with the head. Of course, it does swivel from side to side. It's on a ball joint on top, so you also get a little bit of up and down movement. And then separate from that, the head's able to lean down as well. So quite a good range of motion in the head area. For the shoulders, no problems there. They both go up, swivel around very nicely. And at the elbow area, you get your forward. There it is, back down. Going into that wrist area, both hands do swivel. And on his left hand, you get your side-to-side motion. And on his right hand, you get your up and down. For the waist area, you get a lot of crunching going on. But for the twisting side to side, I mean, it's there, but for some reason, things are really tight through this chest area. So it takes a lot of forcing for me to get mine to move. For the leg area, as long as you continue to work with these straps and push them up, you'll be able to get your movement. So he does manage to do the splits. At the top of the thigh, you still get your twisting around to the leg. The knees are double jointed here. No problem there. And then at the ankle area, the top of the boot pivots around. And then at the ankle itself, my joints are a little tight, but it does have that front and back motion. There we go. And then the foot pivots as well around the ankle. So you got a lot going on in this foot area. Alright, so there's a look at the Celebration Orlando exclusive Luke Skywalker and X-Wing Pilot. Although this is a reissue, it's still not a bad figure, and I didn't expect much changes to come along with this anyways. Of course, getting it in this 40th anniversary look is a big plus, so I don't mind double dipping on that. Now, if you are someone who collects a figure to open and you already have the 2013 release, I don't know if this is really worth your money to double dip. But if you do keep it on the card, I think it's definitely worth it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching.